Cool Figure TV. Revolutionary salute. Revolutionary salute. Like, share, subscribe. Welcome to the House of Revolution. I'm your humble host, the Yao Mean of Revolution. West Coast Music Wars could turn deadly. Before we get into that, be sure to wipe your feet. That means hit the like button. You in the House of Revolution. Like, share, subscribe, support the platform, y'all. Well, we're gonna salute our brother Discretion TV. He has a groundbreaking interview with Suge Knight that has shook up the internet. It has started a West Coast war that could turn deadly. Let's see what's going on.
Number one Tupac channel host, Valentino. This is SB the Ghost. LOX, keep shining and grinding, brothers. Do what you do.
Number two, whatever I say once, I can say twice. Well, he should play the whole audio. Or did you erase that part back where you said, well, I said, even though the motherfucker lied, Wack lied and said he had to pay for my mother's funeral, and I came and asked him, what's a lie? Did he throw some change? Okay, yeah, but nobody needed his shit. He said, well, you never said nothing about his mother being a crackhead. I said, I leave people's mothers out of this. Even though he crossed the line, Wack crossed the line and mentioned my mother, I'm not going to go and say Wack's mother's a crackhead. And but the one was like, yeah, we all know she's a crackhead. She was put in baskets. I said, I'm not going to talk about people's mother.
Discretion TV. We gonna make this make sense. So yesterday, Reggie Jr. and John Highland from Butt First, who dated a guy named Sid, they replied to my interview with Suge Knight. Yeah. If you don't know, now you know. If you didn't want to know, now you know. I had an interview. I have an exclusive interview with Suge. And my first release, it was targeted at Reggie Jr. and John Highland from Butt First. Vegas key witness crashes out and replies with an audio clip that he illegally recorded Suge without his permission. Gotta ask this man, can I record you? Suge never gave him permission to record. California state law, that's Penal Code 632. That's a violation. And a $2,500 fine, Reggie and John Highland. If Suge did not give y'all permission,
salute family, we in here, free Simon,
to use that audio recording and record him. That's Google it. That's California state law, Penal Code 632. And if you did it before, if you have a track record, that's $10,000. You see, y'all just made yourself look like, especially you, Reggie, you just made yourself look like the trash Suge been calling you, right? Or his feeder assistant, his bottom feeder assistant. Drop comments below. Drop comments below. And to top it off, no Diddy. Suge said the audio that Reggie and John Highland from Butt First played, it was edited. Simon says play the whole audio.
So look, man, you got to look at it like this. The people who have something to do with the culture of hip-hop and want to do something hip-hop, it's all the same ones. You know what I mean? Regardless who it is, regardless if we don't always see the eye to the eye, but regardless if it's the West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, down South, everybody added brought something to the table to make hip-hop what it was.
Right.
Now, you get motherfuckers who never had nothing to do with hip-hop for no one, but they want to attack, they want to attack, they want to attack.
I guess it's Wack always had a head on the shoulder for business, and not just, we used to have a term, it's a derogatory term, and then Suge used to call, It actually was stunt dummies. We used to call, and he wasn't a stunt dummy. And that was a word that Suge, you know, oh, take the stunt dummies to this. Take the stunt dummies to this. And
Okay. Now, when you listen to Reggie, or what Pac calls him, pork butt, this stupid motherfucker put his foot in his mouth. Yeah, it's true. One of the people just told me, let me hear what he said about me letting him know to tell Wack that they was on his head, somebody close to him. And he was like, oh man, you don't want to see him dead, huh? I'm a man of God. I don't want to see no one dead. I believe somebody can get their ass whipped, but I don't believe.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
You have the power to call those shots and see who lives and dies. Only God should be able to do that. So I don't play those games. So yeah, I gave him a heads up, even though Wack did a whole bunch of lying and said a lot of shit to try to make himself look famous. At the end of the day, I did give his fat pork butt a heads up and tell him, don't get crossed up. Number one. Number two, whatever I say once, I can say twice. When he should play the whole audio, or did you erase that part back where you said, well, I said, even though the motherfucker lied, Wack lied and said he had to pay for my mother's funeral, and I came and asked him, what's a lie? Did he throw some change? Okay, yeah, but nobody needed his shit. He said, well, you never said nothing about his mother being a crackhead. I said, I leave people's mothers out of this. Even though he crossed the line, Wack crossed the line and mentioned my mother, I'm not going to go and say Wack's mother's a crackhead. And pork butt, the one was like, yeah, we all know she's a crackhead. She was putting in baskets. I said, I'm not going to talk about people's mother.
Right.
I'm not going to get to the point where say where his name come from or who acts like who. I ain't shooting no shots at this dude, but I know he's going to be mad anyway, say something. Whatever the fuck you say, Wack say. Because we know a piece of context with you, a lot of motherfuckers to be behind bars. But I'm already in prison. Hey, pork butt, we got the recordings of what you said in your grand jury and tell me you want to make sure you go PC. Ain't nobody never ran me up for yours, nobody never will. And I guarantee you this. People can talk to lawyers and say weird comments about me, but I don't know you. People can turn and say, I lost $300 million. If you believe that, that's on you. Now, if they do some fraud and some crazy stuff, of course they did. They do that to all the black men. They could continue to do that. Because all the broke motherfuckers be happy when the real motherfuckers fall. Now back to pork butt. You got a company. It's fraud. Everybody know who Simon is. You got a company, you call him Big Simon. Writing letters to Universal stating that that's your company.
That's fraud.
And they owe you money on publishing from All Eyes on Me and all these other projects.
Lie.
When did you ever buy any publishing? When did you ever have any money to buy any publishing? Your house, you bought with my money.
See, Wack 100 and Reggie done push Suge too far. What Suge for me talking about is game. Reggie, game up. Over. You done commit a lot of fraud. Suge gonna be detailing shit you bought with that fraudulent money. They don't went way too far trying to defame the man and eat off his plate and pretend. Reggie and Wack pretending like they're fucking Suge. Suge had enough of that shit.
And then you put it in your wife's name, trying to hide it. I don't even know if you still got it. For as my building, show the check where you bought my building. I never seen nobody be able to buy a building on the police side. Now, I tried to give you respect and tell your father, you little motherfucking daddy's boy, to get the shit squared away. Now, your bitch ass is saying something about my mother again, you fat motherfucker. I'm already in prison. When your ass come to prison, I'll be waiting on you. You say, I'm on a piece, first of all. Only thing I know about your fat ass is that, number one, You remind me of that motherfucker of a diary of a bad woman, black woman, whatever it was, Tyler Perry, when the lawyer was in a wheelchair. Fat ass. Besides that, if you have any love or respect for my homegirl, you know, I ain't gonna throw her on the bus, but we know we close. Your wife, nigga. If you have any respect for her, let her go.
Now that's what set Reggie off. We're gonna get in there how Reggie just got totally disrespectful, which is just he digging himself a deeper grave. Because Suge said, my homegirl, you know how we close. But later on, he gonna tell him, while y'all talking about I got some type of disease. He said, nigga, it's not a woman you done slept with that I didn't have him first. Particularly talking about his wife.
I'm in prison. You don't see me, I don't even give business. You don't see me trying to press nobody to come see me because they got a life to live. I'm the one doing this time. Your fat ass the one crippled. Let your wife go and let her live her life. You don't think she get tired of saying, okay, brushing your teeth, here goes the water, spit it in the cup. Are you hollering? My diaper need to be changed. Why are you going to let that pretty nice woman have to change your fat ass diapers? And everybody want to act like I'm the one with the problems. Whatever y'all say about me is fine. I live a life of 1,000,000 motherfucking years in a situation that most people will never get that opportunity to live. So God bless you. When it's time for me to die, I'm going to heaven anyway. I ain't never scared of it. But let's go back to you. You was a deacon at the church, selling dope at the church. You was a crooked cop. All your cronies got 40 years or more.
Simon, for the record, you're saying,
Yo.
Simon, for the record, you're saying Reggie Regional Jr. was a deacon in the church?
A deacon at the church. Make matters even worse than that. You got a RICO, money laundering, whatever case you, your father, and that other gang members had. Now, they should let Puffy go. Because according to y'all paperwork, 100% put the paperwork up there. According to that, the gang members was taking money from a whole different state, Memphis to be exact, and putting them $3 million in your father's bank account. Not yours, not your wife, not theirs, your father's. And your father got no time. You did what? 6, 7, 8 months? At the same time, let's walk it all back. How was you living before I gave your fat ass a job doing security at Death Row? Name one thing that you accomplished without using my name. Name one thing that you bring Wack on every time you turn around. Every story's about me, 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 me. Everybody want to say, oh, look at me in the car. Look at me in the car. Wack, we should never have nothing bad to talk about. You win with the mouthpiece.
Wack, Reggie, all those haters wanted Suge not to do podcasts, tell his story while they eat off his story, eat off Death Row legacy, and pretend like they got all the inside insights. And them two clowns, Reggie, the ungrateful bastards who he fed and he made these clowns, there wouldn't be nothing without him. Now they would rather burn the whole empire down by slandering Suge, saying all kind of disrespectful shit than to let Suge have his say. Because they know if Suge finally just go ahead and tell everything, it's the end of them.
Peace. We supposed to deal with this in the same motherfucking room, nigga. Period. fuck all the talking, but you want to post a picture, as Pork Butt tells me, and get it sent to me, of you in the car, and I'm driving and you on the one side, the one time you ever been in my car, probably. And you say, look, I'm not the driver. No, you couldn't be the driver. Your feet ain't long enough, your legs ain't long enough to match the gas pedal. If you look at that motherfucking picture, you can see my whole body and me. Only thing they can see from you is your little head. That's how short you is. All the short niggas want to get it on me. I'm not going to pick on them little kids. But back to you. Let's start this all over again. So, y'all say I got AIDS. I know I don't. But tell you what. Every bitch you can put your dick into, Pork Butt.
Finish him.
I had the bitch first. So, you sound stupid as fuck.
That's why Reggie went ballistic. He just cannot stand that because they already told him Buncher was hitting his wife. He was hot. Buncher was hitting Keefer D wife too. And that shooters let him know. That's the key. That's who wiping your butt and your snotty nose. Nigga, you know you got my hand-me-downs with your wife. That's what he's saying.
But we know you don't got AIDS. Your ass too fat. But tell you what, if young Marvin got a diaper company, he don't have no love for you. You should be getting free diapers. Instead of getting free diapers, you still paying for them. Let that woman go. She shouldn't have to be changing your fucking diapers. You never had a fight. Okay, one motherfucker could tell me in my neighborhood, anywhere else, they beat up me. The homie will snatch your fat ass out your car, poured gumbo on you, and took your car, and your daddy had to come lay it back down and beg for your shit back. Your father is plucking you up, as you told, I'm not going to say who, but you know who y'all told.
Now, Simon is his outlaw name, fam. That's what
your father and all his cop buddies in my box at the Staples Center. Why was y'all in my houses when I was in prison? When you couldn't be in my houses when I was on the streets? Your father and the crooked cops. Why was your father, your family, and the rest of the crooked cops on my yacht? Is that not fucked up? So you trying to tell me a man like myself have 2 yachts, and y'all want to talk about me, but your father and the rest of the crooked cops is on my yacht in the marina every weekend when I was in prison?
Simon, I heard a recording that Reggie said that he's going to share audio.
I heard him call him Simon. Suge's outlaw name. All the outlaws had name. Pac named him Simon.
Was you discussing about women that is in your life and it's going to make it difficult for the rest of your 9 years? He's trying to like say he has something on you about your relationships with women.
Check this out. Whatever Pork Butt can tell a bitch I know for them to stop fucking with me, that's the wrong bitch for me. She shouldn't be fucking with me. And she can listen to a motherfucker who got lobster claws, who can't fucking walk, who shits on herself, and she can listen to him. Don't listen to me. But I do know this. Any woman that really know me and really love me is definitely not going nowhere. As a matter of fact, I don't have to say any woman. Only one. Had them all. I only choose to have one as I am today. Me at 60 years old is not the same when I was in my teens and my 20s and my 30s and my 40s.
Discretion TV. It's like the new Wild Wild West. Get the likes up for me and drop your comments below. Simon said, if you could say something once, you can say it again. Now, this whole thing started because Discretion TV, again, I had an exclusive, and I still got an exclusive interview with Suge Knight.
Yeah, nah, that's
one
his
of the
outlaw name. So
one of the living legends of.
to my
Some
homie,
people say he's the godfather of rap, godfather of hip hop. Produced a lot of household names. Drop comments below. Can't take it away from that man. All this over because Suge reminded the Pac Nation, the Suge Knight Nation, that John Hyland had feminine ways. Yeah, he did. He reminded the world and said, hey, he was having an affair with a guy named Sid. Suge said, John never met me. John never worked for me. Remember, they did an interview a few years on Security Guard Vlad and admitted a lot of the crap. This is when they was acting real feminine and proved what Suge was saying. They just mad that Suge repeated it on Discretion TV. Drop comments below. This is what this whole thing's about.
One thing that I hate is because, and I do it too, don't be honest, I'll call you gay or homo or something like that, to tap at you, call you a racist or say that you're a racist or something like that. That's the black person's go-to card, unfortunately. But I know it hurts you deeply because you're somebody that has done a lot for, you know, just like Vlad, the culture.
That clown
and everybody want to call you people culture vultures and all of that.
Personally have something to say bad about Reggie. But I do have a problem with Racist John. Racist John is a liar. This is a guy who never really worked for me, but he did some, when it was internet stuff or whatever. He got $1,000 a month until he started having an affair with Sid, one of the guys who used to work for me. Say you using Found First, one of Tupac's fans, to go against me. That's a problem to me. That's what you call a culture vulture.
You know, just like Vlad, the culture, and everybody want to call you people culture vultures and all of that, just because they love our history as well. When they don't even realize that white folks is the one that buy more records than any.
That's the most disgusting thing about Bomb First, Reggie Wright, and John Hyman channel. This clown leaked Pac music and stole a lot of it himself. Reggie didn't give a damn about Pac sued him. They whole come up. They finesse Tupac fans. And now Tupac fans, see, the people don't give a damn about no Pac. People don't give a damn about no motherfucking Suge. They down with Wack, but they eating off of Pac, the name Bomb First, and Death Row Stories. That's disgusting.
Anybody.
Right. I don't mean to cut you off, Reggie.
Well, you did.
I did. And I'm sorry. I want to say this. I've been knowing Vlad since Death Row.
Correct.
And
Vlad or John?
I mean, John.
Oh.
Ever since when I met John always been a good motherfucker.
Exactly.
A good motherfucking white boy.
You know, I wouldn't be
Not
fucking with him.
But for real. So to hear what was said about him is fucked up.
Yeah.
But people speak on everybody. But come on, man, don't throw some bullshit out there in the air that ain't real.
Yeah.
So let's give John history of what he did and where he was at.
Well, we'll let John do that.
Yeah.
But I have to be the one first to apologize to both you two. Because both of y'all have taken strays from Suge Knight because of me.
Right.
Anybody that don't know it, don't see it.
Marv James is a confidential federal informant. He snitched on my homie FG from California. He working with Reggie and Wack 100. They're all informants, but Marv James definitely won. Worldwide got FG locked up.
Y'all just, okay, whatever.
Not today, though.
But that's why y'all both have taken strays.
Right.
Yeah.
And because he won't tap at me for whatever.
He won't mention your name.
For whatever reason.
I don't know why, but he will not.
You know, he'll throw some
He won't
innuendos and people that threw some things out.
Obsessed
And
with
I'll be
Suge,
like,
man. Suge, they can do Suge Knight story. They never have to mention any of these people. Reggie White just get a little bit of time. He wants so much a bigger role He get a little bit of time, but since Pac got hit, he have that's where the focus come with this guy. But these people act like they know all the intricate details. They helped Suge do this. They was a major part. Death Row, the Death Row story has nothing to do with these phonies. Marv James, I brought some gangsters around in the beginning. Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Talking to his person as his rep, his closest person. That nigga said, what about me?
He obsessed with you.
He wasn't calling you the janitor, Reggie. He wasn't talking. So I gotta keep my shit in the chamber. I gotta keep it in the chamber. But John, being a friend of you and James, I told you.
This nigga Reggie Wright released a book called The Life of a Music Exec. What a finesse. This man released a book to The Life of a Music Mogul. Him and Wack got some type of fantasy that they are Suge Knight. Music Mogul, this nigga released Death Row Greatest Hits projects and repackaged Death Row shit that shit was already done before Suge went to jail. And this nigga, I swear to God, he really helped Death Row stay afloat. Well, they went under when Reggie got his hands on Death Row. That is a fact, bro. Suge, that was the worst mistake Suge ever made. But those cops, his daddy, forced his hand.
And tell it. So, John, take the floor to how you want to respond to that, because I know it hurts you deeply.
It does. But it's.
And for those of y'all don't know, this is John. He is the owner, the guy that I do daily interviews with over on Bomb First. And he had took us straight from.
He don't own Bomb First. Bomb First is getting auctioned. Michael Carlin put the video out. Bomb First is up for auction. He don't own it. He in debt. Reggie, you don't own it. See, these people don't even lost the name Bomb. They losing that. Bomb First is finna be bought. Right now, you can buy Bomb First. See, they want people to know that. You can bid for that channel over there. And because the white boy Michael Carlin dropped that video, and I might have played it on here, you will get the whole catalog of all of the videos that they have released. Talking about Tupac and all that shit. Ain't nothing they can do about it because they ain't got the money. The $170,000. This man took out a debt on that channel. John right here. See this guy here? This type of weirdo would lose a good channel trying to defraud the government. PPP loan ass nigga.
Suge Knight this week.
Yeah.
Well, last week, and we wanted to address it.
Yeah. So I started working for you because Suge was in jail. I started working for you in '98.
Yeah.
Doing the website, doing graphic design, stuff like that. After Death Row, actually, I was there with what I think was just Butch, me, Petey Pablo.
At the end, you talking about?
At the very end, and maybe like an accountant or something.
Okay.
But
this geek with the help of Reggie, fuck Death Row, and that's how a lot of that music got leaked. He leaked it. He stole a lot of it. He didn't got paid. This dude got paid. This dude got money here in the Caribbean off of that Death Row shit. That's why Suge brought up Reggie, did Big Simon publishing. He started stealing catalogs of people's music. Dads talk about that. But this guy here, he came on as the web guy. They didn't know nothing about no web. They didn't know nothing about no internet. They brought this guy in. He started stealing their shit and putting it on the web where they didn't know where it was at. All the way in Taiwan and Indonesia, getting royalties. That's a fact.
It just sucks because I don't want to say I've never said fuck Suge because I've always been grateful for the opportunity that I got.
Mm-hmm.
Bomb First is what it is because of the opportunity I got, because I knew you through it. We connected. We did our stuff. Same with you, James.
Right.
But
I can't. And other people that helped you started at the beginning before I even got involved.
Yeah. But
roaching off Tupac.
I know that I shouldn't be mad at him because he doesn't know.
He get everything secondhand.
Exactly. He's getting everything from somebody that I don't know who that is. But I can't be mad at anybody but him because he's saying it. And he knows the hair on shit, I feel like he made up.
No, he did, definitely. Well,
no one would even say some dumb shit like that. That's what. First of all, he said I sold a Death Row chain for $40,000.
I wish you would have got that. If you did, John, you were supposed to break bread with me.
If I did, I would not be on YouTube. I wouldn't be doing YouTube. Well, but you know what I mean? It's like, who would even want some shit like that where somebody's like, oh yeah, this is a chain that a guy had when he died.
Well, if I can clear it up for you, JP got his Heron.
Who is JP?
JP is Heron's brother. Heron was killed with his chain on.
Exactly.
And everything that was released to his family, off his body, his person, JP got it, and that's his brother. So you couldn't have had unless you hooked up with JP and said you had a dealer.
I've
Somebody
never met you.
But in fairness
Never.
to
Bring it up. He got original death row chain, and nobody know where he got it from. And she'll say he getting one. You see, so that's very suspicious. You know what I'm saying? It's dead members in the mall. Where does dude get that chain from? I remember people talking about that. He got it on right now, death row. That's the rubber and Suge. Suge done brought that up. Man, I didn't give you no death row motherfucking chain. Boy, where you get that from?
what Shook said, he said that John presented to the person that bought it that way.
Yeah, so maybe he's
Yeah.
insinuating that I lied and said, "Oh, this was Heron's chain," which I know. I've had many chains over the years that I have sold.
Because people were pawning them.
People were pawning them, and when the office, when the building was getting handed over to the IRS or whatever it was for the tax thing, whatever the reason for the
Yeah, wasn't that?
where they
We sold the building, but
sold it, okay, and they're clearing everything out.
Yeah.
One of the employees saw the chains and said, "We're not going to put these in storage." He sent them to me. I sold them, but I've asked him, like, who's
You see? You see how cavalier he said that? We were cleaning out the building. One of the employees, he seen the chains. He gave them to me. I sold them. What? Them ain't your damn chains to be selling. That's what Suge be talking about. Why are you around there stealing people publishing, stealing their songs, selling it all in Hawaii online? Because no black people knew about what online was. He came in there as the tech geek and swiped them clean with Reggie the cop help. See, he put a lot of that money in them cops offshore accounts too. Suge, that's what Suge talking about. But he just admitted he stole them death row chains. Who the fuck is that? Why would that employee be giving you, tech geek, original death row chains? That's crazy, man. See how they just pick death row apart, all these roaches. And to this day, look at Mark J. They still eating off of it because they don't have another fucking story worth nothing except Pac and Suge.
whose were they?
Roll up that big
You
dynamite.
got $1,000 to get on the internet. Be that $1,000 internet person. If you was sucking Cedric's dick and a few more dicks, be that dick sucker you was, racist John. If you stole gold chains and medallions from my office, your word said so, and the proof, and some of the other people to put my money, my profit in your pocket, that's crazy.
See, that's what he did, and he admitted it. You stole death row chains out that man's office, boy, and sold it. Pocketing more death row. Man, this shit is you damn right here, small hat. This is crazy, man. What they did, but now the Fed seizing that Bond First channel, I believe that was a play. He got it. They gave him $200,000. He got a $200,000 loan on purpose. Knew he was gonna lose that channel to whoever these mysterious people is. Next thing you know, all of that content, that good original Tupac content that Reggie have been getting off on that channel. Now, next thing you know, the small hats, they're gonna own all that too.
If you turn around and release Tupac songs, and some of the people in Canada, you couldn't steal them by yourself.
This call and your
You heard
telephone number will
You heard
be
him?
Be that dick
You heard him? You stole Tupac songs and sold them to people in Canada.
sucker you was, racist John. If you stole gold chains and medallions from my office, your word said so, and the proof, and some of the other people to put my money, my profit in your pocket, that's crazy. If you turn around and release Tupac songs, and some of the people in Canada, you couldn't steal them by yourself.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
But you did.
One of the employees saw the chains and said, "We're not going to put these in storage." He sent them to me. I sold them, but I've asked him, like, whose were they? They were just, they were just in a storage.
Yeah, they were never
lore.
issued out
Yeah, and it never says
or taken back.
Exactly, and it would never say this
What?
was worn.
They belong to Death Row. Who the fuck is Death Row? That Suge Knight. What you mean? Who changed all that? What business of it is yours? You just a tech guy. I've asked him, who changed were they? This is ridiculous, man. And Reggie put him in there. Reggie brought him there.
Worn by this person, or this chain was worn by that person. So I've never told anybody that bought a chain this was so and so's because I don't know. But
So when they gave the chains to you, you sold them. Did you give the money to Death Row?
Yes. The person sent me 4.
Lies.
Said sell
Not to Death
3
Row, to the person that got
to
him,
the person
that came up.
Yes. Yeah.
Who was that person?
Cedric Garland.
Who was that person?
Cedric Garland.
Yeah.
Cedric, that's the person that Suge say you was sleeping with. So your lover gave you some Death Row chains. You went pawned them using you went pawned them using your ID. Then you brought him back the money. That's crazy.
Yeah. Who was that person?
Cedric Garland.
He got $1,000 a month until he started having an affair with Sid.
Yeah. Who was that person?
Cedric Garland.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Suge's assistant
That's
at
who
the time.
should be mad at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But
anyway,
I can't say, it's hard because I can't say fuck Suge because he did so much. But at the same time, I hate that he believes whoever this is that's emailing him. I don't know if it's Dave Mays. I don't know if it's Toy. I don't know who it is, but either way, anybody that knows me or has worked with me, I would hope that they would know that I'm not racist.
and that's all we're here for. And that's all we're here to clarify and to clear up because it hurts you.
Yeah.
And he said it on a big platform.
Yeah.
And we wanted you to address it on a big platform.
Yeah. And I don't know if he said it because, like you said, that's if somebody's white.
Straight. Well, that's our word.
Yeah,
I
that's
do
what
it.
he said.
I'm wrong.
Because he insinuated something about Vlad too, saying people from other countries have a platform and they just make money off people, and it's not like that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
You know, Reggie Wright was stealing. He had made a publishing company under my name, and he was just stealing all kind of shit, man. And, you know, we found that out, and now Snoop going through every corners of the Death Row catalog and just seeing like Alan Grunblatt from E1 stealing.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And Reggie Wright stealing.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. It looks like war's been declared, y'all. Reggie's back, and he's firing shots at Marion Knight like never before. He said it himself. The gloves are off this time. According to Reggie, when it comes to death row, Simon was just a puppet who forgot his place. He claims he, along with David Kenner and Jimmy Iovine, were the real engine behind the label's success. Reggie might have said a little too much in this video. Reggie has called Simon a rat on numerous occasions. Because of that, he knew that using the rat insult wouldn't sting the same today. So now he's grasping at anything he can to discredit him. He even went so far as to bring up Simon's honeymoon, claiming he wet the bed that night.
All right, Reggie. I know you've kind of held back when it comes to divulging a lot of the information you know on Suge, but given his recent comments, is there anything you want to say or expose while we're here?
Oh, I'll just go into it and then we'll touch on each topic individually in our next set of tapings.
I just think it's so crazy. On Bomb First channel, all the Tupac fans know Bomb First is off Machiavelli. That's Tupac's song. This was a Tupac fan channel. They fooled the Tupac fans. They're going at Suge. One thing I can tell you about Suge, when Suge Knight was free, nobody was saying disrespectful shit about Tupac. You can go on the internet, see if you can find some disrespectful Tupac comments from anybody. Suge got locked up, Wack and all kind of phonies start saying disrespectful shit about Suge and Pac. Suge was defending Pac's name when he was free. That's a fact.
But just wanted to put this out because I know a lot of y'all heard the episode. And y'all want me to respond. I'm trying to wait. I put out a call to see where it is coming from and to try to get some feedback because I don't want to be like a bitch and be spontaneous. I'm about to give you some heads up and just remind you of a few things, Mr. Knight. You think Gene Deal and them are having a ball talking about Puffy's life with adult women? Oh, yeah. Niggas about to learn about peaches. People about to learn about Stormy and ages of these girls. You was Art Kelly before there was an Art Kelly, motherfucker. You's a pedophile. You worse because you use your money to wine and dine the.
Now, remember what I told y'all. Now all this slanderous shit, he liable and could be sued for this because he can't bring no evidence that she'll sleep with no underage people. He just is mad that Suge told him, every little woman you was sleeping with, I had them first. And your wife, that's my homegirl. We real close. I'm gonna keep her out of that. That's what set Reggie into this rant that y'all hearing. He's willing to say anything. Now that Suge reminded him, nigga, if I was hitting the woman before she was your wife, then you just went to her and loved her. She just was one of our groupies at Death Row.
Young girls that were still in high school. But you got nerves to speak on me like that? And you know I know all of this stuff about you. You and your...
what does it say about you, cop? What does it say about you, cop? You let gangsters go get girls from high school. You should go. You talking about, see, he just don't understand. You think you making him look bad? Because it's questionable if this happened. But you're willing to say you saw all of that. These gangsters going to pick up underage girls. You was the security. You overseen that. You had to make sure what? None of their fathers, none of their brothers, none of their uncles showed up while y'all was getting away with them. What a joke. How long did you know this, cop? When did you know? What did you know and when did you know it?
Herpes you've been infecting everybody with? How you have accused your mother with messing with your daddy's brother, Richard? You trying to say I was a drug dealer? Oh, I caught that.
He came out and apologized. He made a video today apologizing about bringing. See, Suge's family threatened to beat him. So he already came out and said just between him and Suge, he apologized for bringing up family stuff. Yeah, because Suge still got people in the streets, boy, beat you for bringing up. His mother was sleeping with the uncle. Boy, you know you're going to get beat for that.
Joke or that little subliminal when you threw. You forget the name you used when you got arrested in the parking lot of Larry Parker's for cocaine in your fucking glove box?
Snitch.
Bro, you don't let people build your head up just like you lost Death Row because you forgot to play your role. You was a puppet.
He lost Death Row because y'all targeted him, tried to kill him. He survived. He got sent to prison. Y'all purposely sunk the company, stole millions from the company. You and the motherfucking cops. David Killer gave him bad advice, told him not to go to court when Lydia Harris and them sued him for $100 million. Suge didn't go to court. He had no idea they was going to take his fucking catalog, bro. The fucking catalog of Death Row was worth way more than that. They stole that man motherfucking catalog, and he know that. But he act like it's Suge's own doing. What Suge did was hide niggas like this. That's what he did. He had some real security. Not you. You weren't no real security. You was a jealous-hearted nigga. See, this is what happened. You want to bring brothers around? Death Row was the perfect example. You bring all the brothers and all that, and they just hate you. They want to kidnap you. They do this to you years later. You done fed them. The nigga living in Suge Knight house. Suge say, nigga, you bought your house with my money. They try to put it in your wife's name. And you still got the nerve to sit up here and talk shit.
For that company. You ran Dre off. You ran Dre off. You ran Dre off.
So nevertheless, you had guys getting $150 a day. He gave guys extra money. One guy got a check for $20,000. And he went to the bank to cash it. So they had to call him and talk to him personally. Did you really get this dude in here with a dirty T-shirt on and bummy jeans to cash a $20,000 check? He had to verify and say, yeah. The problem with that, when they asked the guy, why did you get a $20,000 check? He said, because he gave me $20,000 to kill Suge Knight. And he told that to more than one guy. So, when they called me, I put up that tail.
After Bone set Suge up, Bone is on tape getting recorded by Blood, who recorded it to set the record straight to let the whole world know it was a setup and that Suge need to be free. They set him up and Dre paid him. Whole world know Dre paid him. Whole world know Dre and Ice Cube told Suge to come to the NWA movie set to get his money for using his likeness and image in NWA. They acted like he wanted to show up and just hog people. They set him up. They told him he was come get a check. That's why he ain't come a bunch of goons and all that. He just go and pick up his paper. No. Then he paid Bone to deal with Suge. And Bone said on that tape, Dre wrote him a fat check. He thought, I ain't got to work no more, man. And what Dre did was disguise the money. Say, oh, he working on some documentaries and stuff like that. Nigga, no, he ain't. We got him on tape saying you paid him to fuck off Suge.
They was paid to kill me. I'm not the one said that. The people who got the money said that. Because they brought the checks to me, and to the PI, and to the lawyers when I was in the county jail. I'm locked up. Remember, I can't even use the phone. I can't even write nobody. Can't nobody write me. But at the same time, these guys sent a copy of the check and say, hey, show him this. I'm like, okay, why are you showing me? He said, because he want to know that Andre paid us to kill you.
You ran Jimmy off. You ran Jimmy off. You ran Jimmy off.
And rest in peace, Easy D. One thing about Eric told me one day, I thought Andre did all the music, all the beats. All right, whoop. You know what Eric told me? People send our demos in. Andre redo them. We redo the raps. Yeah. That's the song. All right. I took that same get down. So basically, I took it from Easy. It did the same shit. I took it from Easy and took it to another level. All right. And guess what? Jimmy Iovine sent me to prison and stole it from me. Jimmy Iovine sent me to prison and stole it from me. Jimmy Iovine sent me to prison and stole it from me.
You ran David Kenner off. You ran David Kenner off. You ran David Kenner off.
And sometimes you find out stuff, and I ain't trying to take the things away from all what we're talking about, but sometimes you find out things later on that is so bad to you, it just makes your blood boil. I found out recently that allegedly one of my attorneys, David Kenner, was involved in the assassination of Tupac and me getting shot. And I never should have went to prison the first time I went to prison, but I had caught the accounting firm who Jimmy introduced to. They stole like about $30-40 million, you know. My thing with my accounts was I signed all my checks. So any check was over $5,000, I definitely had to sign it. And they was giving David $100,000 a month, and David said he was giving Jimmy a kickback of $100,000 a month. So we was paying him for all the work he did as an attorney, and they was giving him $100,000 a month. Wow. And buying cars and houses.
Stealing that man money.
You ran Reggie off. You ran Reggie off. You ran Sharita off. You ran Sharita off.
Perez and them was all involved. They were trying to kill me too, but see, because Perez and Reg was good friends, and Perez and Sharita and Reg is great friends, and so all those three together was trying to plot.
Sharita. Oh yeah, Sharita. You forget about the story?
Yeah, Sharita was fucking with the killer of Tupac, not Orlando Anderson. Yeah, nigga, Kevin Gaines.
You forget what happened to y'all on your wedding night, Suge night? You forget? When she woke up, I always told her that I was going to start off my movie.
His movie.
Tell him yes. This is going to start off my movie.
That's called Delusion of Grandeur. What fucking movie is he talking about? This dude thinks he deserves a movie about his life in the hip hop business. That's crazy.
With y'all on your wedding night, and you pissing in the bed on her. Sharita, tell me I'm lying.
Reggie said the opening scene of his movie is going to be Simon's wedding night. Why is the first scene of your story focused on another man's wedding night? That says a lot without saying much. That kind of personal jab just shows one thing, that Reggie might be running out of gas. Because let's be clear, Simon wetting the bed isn't a bigger deal than Reggie telling his security team not to carry weapons the night Tupac was murdered. Simon's wet bed sheets aren't more scandalous than Buntry being murdered in a vehicle registered to Reggie. Just one day after he went to seek legal counsel from the Baker law firm because of Reggie.
They kill all of Suge's goons with George. And they blame it on the Fruittown Pirus. Reggie was behind the shit.
He is going to have to do a whole lot better than that.
When he pissed in the bed on your wedding night. Okay. All right, sure. Let's talk about Big Black, sure. Now you took the gloves off. I told you these gloves are gonna come off. And this is just an iceberg. This is just an iceberg of what's going on. You forgot about Big Black? You know I know about Big Black. You know your women talk to me. How you like that up your ass, Big Black. So, nigga, I told you not to fuck with me, not to mention my name. This is episode 1 of this shit.
Yes, desperate.
You took respect and love as fear. When have I ever feared you? I protected you. You fuck with right now. The that you call your friend, you was talking about Freaky PD, call that your little brother. How would anybody want to be a friend of yours? Tell us who you talk to on the phone at least once or twice a week. You know, the dude that killed Buntry.
Mob James's brother Buntry gets killed.
Yeah.
You said it happened.
See, Reggie think he's slick. Suge is a genius, bro. He a survivor. I've been knew Suge was hard to kill. They didn't try to kill him several times, man. They've been trying to kill Suge a long time. Try to kill him with Pop. Try to kill him in Miami. Try to kill him at the Chris Brown concert. Try to kill him at Tam's burger joint. He was shot all these times. He's still surviving. Suge is sharp. Now, what he trying to do is make the Bloods think Suge had something to do with Buntry getting killed. Tell everybody who you talk to at least 2 times a week. George, the one who killed Buntry. You know why? You know why George, and I can guarantee you why George and Suge is talking? Because Reggie already told us George and them wanted to kidnap Suge. Why? When Suge was locked up, everybody out there fucking up, he told them to pick up all his cars. George didn't want to turn in his vehicle, and they say that in the Bloods supposed to have went after him. It started a chain reaction. Reggie and them set that up. He was behind it, orchestrated that, made sure that happened. So George allegedly wanted to kidnap Suge and went to Reggie and say, man, we'll give you $50,000. Reggie on the record, this dude here, he's spiraling out of control. Reggie's on the record saying, George told him, we'll give you $50,000. Tell us where Suge stay. And Reggie's like, man, I don't hate that man like that, man. I ain't. He said he told Suge, and Suge said, I ain't worried about them dudes, man. Whoa. Suge done data. He didn't, man, tell the police, give me some help. She said, oh, man, why you calling me, man? I'm trying to enjoy my cereal. Hung up in his face. So Suge remember all this. Yeah, but okay, George want to kill me. They saying George killed Buntry. Suge talking to them niggas. He gonna find out what really transpired. And Reggie don't understand it's a bad sign for him that Suge talking to George. Because somebody whacked Buntry and it probably wasn't George. Probably was the cops. That's a bad sign for you, Reggie, that George is talking to Suge. That don't mean he backstabbing Buntry. That mean he figuring it all out. And he finna sell the score with your no good ass.
Happened in a car that
I was the registered owner.
You were the owner of that car.
Yes.
What was the situation over there? Because he said, he said on camera who he thinks killed him. So the situation with Buntry, you said that George killed him?
Yeah.
And George was a Pyru also?
Yeah.
Okay. He got...
Now this nigga, Kane. This nigga's Kane. And Buntry was able. This nigga said that Buntry was hanging around some niggas that he didn't like, and some niggas was running around saying certain shit, so he wanted to find out who was telling the lies. A dude named V a blood named V had got kidnapped and killed. And they had chopped up his body parts or whatever. This nigga put the word out in the streets that Buntry and some other homies, mob homies, was watching the video at their house. Mob James said that, and he admitted that he said it because he wanted to find out who was dropping dimes on the click, whatever, nigga. You working with Reggie and the cops to start confusion within Death Row. They saying that set off a chain reaction with some of the because they killed the nigga and threw that nigga in front of Mob James and Buntry mama house, one of the dudes. Mob James lied on his own brother and told them niggas Buntry had something to do with something that he had nothing to do with.
Got stabbed?
Who?
Your brother.
No, he was shot 9 times.
I see on camera.
Shit. Dude's in jail. Name is G.
Is it Monkey Man?
Monkey Man. Well, y'all call him Monkey Man. We call him G.
Why, Regional Walker, why does Mob James ride with Reggie Wright Jr. knowing him and his father murked his bro?
Your supposedly best friend? You promising him a piece of the movie, a deal you doing right now? Him and Dog? Oh yeah, I know everything. I hear everything, dog.
Yeah, first of all, G with George is an original Death Row member. He was one of Suge's henchmen until Suge went to jail and Reggie couldn't keep the goons together. He got them fighting over crumbs while he's still a whole fucking empire. You see? And you heard what he said? You're talking about giving George a part of this movie deal you're working on. So what do you think Suge and George will be talking about in this movie? Reggie, are you fucking stupid? That George had nothing to do with the murder of some of the Death Row, like Hero and them. He had nothing to do with killing them. The cops killed them. That's what's going to be getting documented in the real Death Row story. So Suge got to get with some real Death Row members. You mad because Suge the type of boss that George would not mind sitting down with and talking with because your ass caused all the confusion. You done, son.
You want to fuck with me? No, nigga. Day 1, episode 1. I'll let this episode digest so you can call me. And then when you don't, and we don't talk about it, I'll send you $500 for each kid you have so you can start doing some motherfucking DNA. So we can find out who's the real kids around here. Who are real knights. Play with me, nigga. Come on, first piece.
Rick Ross, you know you owe that bread, titty man. I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of you. I got a show said it ain't smart being stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna invite motherfucking Rick Ross on there. That ain't his real name, whatever. If he can get me, I'm gonna shave my motherfucking beard. Oh! When I beat his motherfucking ass and kick him square in his motherfucking ass and play with his titties, he needs to shave his beard and go back to the police that he is.
Big Looch, LOXD Block, Silverback Gorilla up in here, man. Streaming over 1 million viewers and listeners and all that. Indiscretion TV, Valentino, #1, Tupac channel, streaming over 2 million viewers and listeners, man. That's crazy. Y'all rock.
His wife not gonna kiss him. I want to be close to him because he smells like shit. That's bad enough. But for all the negative things that this man tried to put out, he knew who I was talking about, the rat. And if I called Meet Your Rat, if I said it once, I said it twice. I don't have nothing against Meech. I'm probably one of the guys who's always been straight up with that dude than anybody else. But whatever, however, any motherfucker trying to splice shit up, take shit out.
See, that's it. See, he Suge did call Meet Your Rat. Reg got him on there, and he didn't want that out. But he shouldn't have called Meet Your Rat. You see what I'm saying? He just talking to Reg. That's a mistake Suge made. That's why he said nigga splicing stuff. Nah, Suge, you said red, because you said the BMF nigga. So you definitely was talking about me.
The little recording you played, like I said, why you didn't talk about how you was calling Wack's mother a crackhead?
Release the audio of Suge Knight calling him. You know, he be fronting like he hate my guts, but he calling Reggie, yo, warn Wack about this and this. The nigga Meech is a rat and Wack ain't lying, the nigga, all this shit, right? So I guess Suge Knight responded. I don't know what he responded to. But Reggie just sent me a little teaser. And let's listen to this little teaser. It's about 5 minutes long.
21 gun salute, capo status. Discretion TV. Where do I begin? Now that was Wack 100's reply to Suge's unauthorized release reply to Reggie Wright Jr.'s illegal recording of Suge warning Wack 100 about Big Meech. Drop comments below. Again, I repeat, that was Wack 100's reply to Suge's unauthorized release reply. I say unauthorized release reply because I wasn't supposed to release that. I put my life on the line going against Suge's wishes, Suge's orders not to put that out. Drop comments below. I put my life on the line so the Pac Nation, the Suge Knight Nation, the Biggie Nation, y'all can finally start to get closure towards some answers. It is my responsibility, just like I'm taking accountability right now, for putting that out and getting the truth out to you guys. #21 gun salute. I put my life on the line so the new generation that's after this generation of YouTubers or podcasters that talk about Pac and Big, Suge and Death Row, I put it on the line for that generation to have the truth. Drop comments below. You know, Reggie Wright Jr., Wack 100, they've been saying stuff for years. Suge, he agreed to do the interview, but somebody said something to him. Yesterday, around this time, it's 7 a.m. Cali time right now. That means 11 o'clock a.m. New York on the East Coast. I got a call from Suge. I don't know how he got the phone so early. He got the phone early. He probably just grabbed the guard and said, I need the phone. He got the phone and called me early. I'm not going to tell y'all detail about our conversation, but I will say somebody said something from that same camp that we riding on. Come on, somebody. That same camp that we are trying to like help him ride on. No Diddy. Says something to him. It was like 5. I'm not going to cap. I released that video, the unauthorized Suge reply, about 8 o'clock Cali time. No, I remember exactly. It was 5 minutes to 9 Cali time. almost 12 o'clock noon, New York on the East Coast. And again, it's an unauthorized release, meaning Suge, he agreed to do the interview. But at the last minute, he didn't want to release it. I don't know all his reasons, but I know one of the reasons somebody talked to him. And it's my obligation to get the truth out to the Tupac Nation, Biggie Nation, Suge Knight Nation. Whether my life was on the line or not yesterday, I made a choice. You could drop comments below. 21 Gun Salute. If you just tapping in, I'm talking about Suge's reply that I released. It was on me. Suge didn't want that released. Suge's reply to the Big Meech and Wack 100 being careful of Big Meech audio that was illegally recorded by Reggie Wright Jr. Now, I put my life on the line because going against a man like Suge Knight, there's consequences, and also there's people that helped me get that interview. Now, this interview, again, before I get to that, you YouTubers, that's before my time, I see it's trending, the Suge Knight reply to Wack 100 and Big Meech audio. I see y'all trending it. I see y'all making y'all comments. But shame on you, and that's some sucker shit that I'm even admitting and taking accountability that that's an unauthorized release. And for the ninjas that was rocking out on them YouTube channels, you ninjas that's not giving me my proper etiquette, I'm gonna hold y'all accountable. Spider-Lope, you got more subs than me. You've been out before me, 2011. Shame on you for taking the audio from my Suge Knight unauthorized release and do some caption. You got dogs. You got almost 90K subs. No, you got almost 100K subs. You know you got more subs than me. You've been out before me. You're not gonna try to like use my catalog as a crutch to carry on for your achievement. We're not doing that. Shout out to Stand On It Media, a new YouTuber. I think he came out 2024, 2023. New YouTuber, gave me a shout out. I have no problem with it. This is for the next generation. You old timers before my time, I told y'all, we not doing this. You old timers that had YouTube channels before the Stretcher TV, I told y'all, we not playing. Pack it up. See you in 2026. Because when I was taking, for instance, R.J. Barnes, Tupac assassinations, and to prove a point and debunk him and, try to like put sense to the puzzle, RJ shot me twice. But first, Reggie Jr. and John Holland, they shot me 4 times. I done took shots from freaking virtue shots from these YouTubers and complaints and virtue affidavits for this fucking... I'd be damned if I let an old head that had a YouTube channel before me try to come take mines. Not this year or next year. God willing, if I'm alive. If you just tapping in, 21 Gun Salute. We're talking about what's trending now. The Wack 100 reply, the Suge Knight reply to the audio that was unauthorized, released by me. I'm taking accountability. All my life, I grew up trying to be responsible and take accountability for all my actions, whether they're good or bad. Yesterday, it was a choice to be made. I didn't go live. I want to get all my thoughts out. I know if I go live, I'm going to get distracted. I'm going to read y'all comments. I love you guys. Everybody that I gave a wrench, my moderators, Future Wrench Gang, did it for y'all, man. Somebody said something to Suge. And he didn't want me to release no more anything. And, you know, again, it was a choice to be made. Pac fans, for one, are tired of not getting closure, tired of not getting answers. I just said it. We made 30 years. 31 years going on Quad Studio. 30 years. New York. 30 years Big J. 30 years Pac's Front of Foe, Big Stretch. 30 years the Source Awards. 30 years Who Shot You? I mean, if I didn't release that yesterday, just sticking to the Pac fans in the Pac Nation, if I didn't release that yesterday, I would have been letting down the Tupac Nation, the Panther Nation, you know, Reggie Wright Jr., he's been getting away with a lot of stuff for years. He's Vegas key witness, and he's planning a virtual attack on Suge. He's Vegas key witness. Every time Suge Knight, the victim, says something, he attacks him. Again, out of respect for the Suge Knight Nation and the bloodline that told me shit and put me onto shit and info, and the Suge Knight Nation, on behalf, out of respect for them, I'm doing this live premiere a little different and taking accountability and letting it be known, because I'm the one that's going to be driving this car. Since my life is on the line, I might as well drive the car. Suge did, because Suge was mad. Suge was very angry when he did all right, so again, I have an interview that I did with Suge, that's over an hour, but Reggie released that illegal recording of Suge. He was very pissed. His blood was boiling to another level, bro. And he needed an outlet that was a safe haven zone. Look, Discretion TV, I've been out 7 years, 7 months, since 2017 for the 7-day theory. Hello, somebody. October 15th will make 8 years, right? And this has been my only channel. I had a sub channel, the New One Nation TV, and I donated that channel. Somebody that I got love for, well respect, see very potential better, you know what I'm saying, that will kick ass in this motherfucking YouTube world, no Diddy. I gave them that channel. And people been asking, where's the New One Nation TV? And on that channel, I never disrespected Suge. On this channel, I never disrespected Suge.
His wife not gonna kiss him. I want to be close to him because he smelled like shit. That's bad enough. But for all the negative things that this man tried to put out, He knew who I was talking about, the rat. And if I called Meech a rat, if I said it once, I said it twice. I don't have nothing against Meech. I'm probably one of the guys who's always been straight up with that dude than anybody else. But whatever, however, any motherfucker trying to splice shit up, take shit out, the little recording you played, like I said, why you didn't talk about how you was calling Wack's mother a crackhead? And prove me different. Why don't you guys bring your mothers on TV?
If y'all heard when Reggie released the audio of Suge Knight calling him, you know, he be fronting like he hate my guts, but he calling Reggie, yo, warn Wack about this and this. The nigga Meech is a rat and Wack ain't lying, the nigga, all this shit, right? So I guess Suge Knight responded. I don't know what he responded to. But Reggie just sent me a little teaser. And let's listen to this little teaser. It's about 5 minutes long.
Well, Reggie, I'll just go into it and then we'll touch on each topic individually in our next set of tapings. But just wanted to put this out because I know a lot of y'all heard the episode. And y'all want me to respond. I'm trying to wait.
Oh my God. Oh Lord Jesus Christ, Lord. Naughty.
Not Big
Put
Black.
That pen down, Naughty. Put that pen down, because I know you're trying to write a letter already. Cut that shit out.
No.
Okay, so Reggie, I don't know, and this ain't out. Reggie was the only one Suge told everything to. Reggie was the one he trusted to go with him to places he would never tell people he was going, around people he didn't want people to know he was around. Reggie knew everything. Reggie always knew where Suge was located or what he was doing 24/7. This is why when Suge went to jail, he left Reggie in charge of the whole death row.
That's a lie.
Reggie know all.
Leave Reggie in charge. At first, he left one of his family members in charge, and then something happened. His cousin, his former family. Then, but the only reason he chose Reggie is because Reggie Wright Jr. was putting the pressure on him. Reggie, remember, let's back up. Let's back up. The only reason Reggie White got hired as security because Reggie White Sr. went told Suge that the Mar Parus were plotting to kidnap him. You know, the cops got some inside information from some of the informants. Yeah, they're gonna kidnap you. You're trusting these gangsters. You know what? Why don't you let Reggie Jr. come protect you? You see how this went? That's how he got there. Oh, he always trusted Reggie Jr. That's a motherfucking lie. Reggie Sr. and them dirty cops planted Reggie Jr. there.
All the secrets. Everything. I probably know like 20% of what Reggie know. Now, y'all heard me touching when I got to talking about them kids and DNA. So, that's what it is. But I don't know what this Big Black shit is.
It sounds like a dildo.
Oh, that's what the name of the shit is. Now that you said
Oh my God. That's what it sounds like.
That is
Yo,
exactly.
Three Finger Wack, who there's internet pictures of him laying up on his butt all over the internet. And he Three Finger Wack. Why is he Three Finger Wack? Why? Huh? Because old girl say that's what he liked. He liked three fingers in his butt when he hunched over. This the dude who on here talking about some allegations from Reggie with Suge? Oh, I heard he like a dildo. Boy, do you know what all we heard about you, Wack? Come on, y'all getting desperate. This what y'all got to say?
Actually, it sounded like.
Reggie Wright says Suge Knight's girlfriend used to use foreign objects on him.
Oh, you talking about the same wife, Sharita, who tried to kill him? Even if Sharita come out and say that's true, how the fuck can we believe her? She tried to kill him, her and her boyfriend, Kevin Gaines, who killed Tupac and tried to kill Suge in the car. Why did Sharita Knight try to kill Suge? Why did Kevin Gaines try to kill Suge? Oh, maybe because he kidnapped both of them, took them out to the desert, made them strip butt naked, and they thought they was finna die that night. Yeah, he did the police like that. Suge was a real gangster. We found out he was sleeping with his wife. Left him out there to die. Then just drove off. Told him, find your way home however you get home. Yeah, that's when they really start putting the murder plot together. So Sharita is not credible. Sharita is who the cop, Greg Caden, is saying went talked to Suge and got the money and hired Poochie to kill Biggie. What a joke.
Oh, shit.
It's giving Benzino.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, take that. Oh my God, not getting his prostate tickled.
Whoa. I just caught that.
What happened to Sharita? She has no feelings at all, the ex-wife?
I will tell you this. All the ladies, ex-wives, and the real baby mamas and all that involved, every time they on my phone by way of Reggie Wright. Every last one of them. Still deal and ain't never stopped dealing and talking to Reggie to this day.
Hey, that's a fact. She done been on his channel before.
I'm telling you that right now.
That's Sharita. And I know all his baby mamas and all his, man, whatever. That's all nonsense. And she do have some scandalous baby mamas. One of them is the lady who trademarked the LLC for Crips and Bloods. She trademarked it and also had trademarked the Marathon Continue, but she said she did that so Suge and Big U couldn't get it. She said they was trying to get it. But that's his scandalous ass baby mama too.
The other one, she loved me to death because when I buried Suge mama, because she was trying to raise the money and couldn't, and she called me and said, Wack, the nigga always told me that you the only homie that ain't never asked him for nothing, so you got my loyalty for the rest of my life.
What you mean? He gave you shine. He put you next to him, you little buster, so you can make some business moves, you little clown. What you mean never asked for nothing, nigga? He blessed you with what's called clout, nigga. Hell you talking about? I help bury his mama because you old the done that. You old Suge, you little nothing. And we didn't hear none of this shit out of you before Suge went to jail, neither, tough guy. You didn't say none of this shit when Suge was out here, big man. But now, oh yeah, Suge baby mamas love me. Why did your wife leave you? Quit worrying about what another nigga baby mama. And guess what? Those women, he had just married a new young thing before he went to prison. He was still with those other women. He had a new young woman who they tried to lock up. She was so down with him. But you talking about the old bitter women, they love you. Everybody except your goddamn wife who left you.
Life. Because, you know, I love that lady, and that lady was good regardless of the shit Suge did to me. You know, I appreciate what you did. So, me and Tammy always been close. I'm closer to Tammy than all of them. But Reggie, he talked to all of them. They all still deal with him today and all that shit.
Yeah, because he wanted to be Suge so bad. That's how he went.
I don't know why he with Reggie. And listen, I'm gonna be real. Reggie got all the audio. All of it. All of it.
Reggie gonna go to jail recording that man illegally while he's
all of the audio. Now I gotta call him because he said a few things that he can't say no more. At the end of it, I didn't even listen to the shit. Gee whiz, that nigga dropped a scud.
I bet he don't got an audio of Suge confessing and putting the hit on Biggie. When we gonna hear the audio of Suge telling him, good job on the Biggie hit. Well done. Way to get it done. Money well served. When we gonna hear that audio, nigga? Y'all record everything Suge say for the government. When Suge gonna admit the murders Yeah, we know that Poochie killed Biggie. Nah, we don't know that, Reggie.
That is Lord. Oh my God! That nigga probably made 2Ps leave the room if he was in there. That nigga said some shit. Look, Ruth. How did Ruth figure out that was a
Man, as soon as I heard Big Black and liking that Big Black, I was like, that sounds like a sex toy.
Ooh, I thought the same thing. They said it was in the back, Big Black in the back.
Yes, Big Black in the back.
Why would you want to talk down upon somebody that know all your business? Like, he know all your hidden skeletons in the closet and all of that stuff. Like,
That's how you gossip and slander people. You give it to Wack on Clubhouse. Nah, it's true. Nah, it's true that Suge and his woman was playing with dildos. Because who? Reggie said so? No. I'm good friends with Sharita. You mean the lady who tried to kill him? This is crazy.
Like, you that messed up that you want to even challenge that is crazy. Now he told everybody you pissed in the bed. He told everybody you put dildos. Nigga, you sick, and he also said that the allegations is you a file. You a 69 guy. So he said, watch if the girls say something that you was whining and dining and finding these young women and they was in high school. You was crazy.
Is that the reason why? Question number 2.
Now you didn't woke up.
Uh-oh. When he peed in the bed, we're not talking.
Now he's talking about he peed in the bed. So that's gonna be, it's just so crazy. That's for Clubhouse. Suge peed in the bed on his wedding night. But if Suge was running around with all these underage girls, that Pac didn't say that. Pac said Suge was hitting Puff baby mama, and they were, while he was hitting face, they were sleeping with all kind of different women. Suge was legendary. They say he was sleeping with all kind of Hollywood women. So was Pac. Now all of a sudden, he's a pedophile and he was messing with underage women. What? Where was y'all at when Suge was with these underage women? Remember, Wack said Reggie always with him. Reggie, you was down on underage date? He had all these underage girls with him. Oh, Wack, was you around there too? I didn't see none of that. Well, it's not adding up. Did you see the underage women or did you?
Talking about that's in the golden shower, right?
No.
His ass is just pissy.
That nigga just pissed
A
off.
big fat neck nigga that was laying in piss, girl. He peed on himself.
He pissed off the man.
Diabetic.
So disgusting.
Hey, he probably got diabetes. He better get.
No, he got herpes, is what I heard.
Hello, that's what I heard. So he got herpes.
Oh my
Damn,
God.
it's a dumb
I don't know about herpes, but I know diabetes.
Listen.
Sugar.
I don't know why that nigga with this nigga, yo, listen.
Like Game told you, 70% of the world is stupid. I mean, why did Hope just not want to apologize to you? Why do people keep trying you? They just don't believe that nigga.
Niggas be too prideful and they cry them over. That's what happened.
They be getting these little pads.
They come with these rumors, like Suge said. I'm just finding out. So Suge all on the news saying it's stuff I'm just not finding out. Like my lawyer, David Kenner, and from what I'm hearing, had something to do with setting up Tupac and shooting me. See, Reggie didn't want to play. Oh, okay, Reggie. We're going to talk about how y'all try to kill me and Tupac. Then we need to look at what really happened with Biggie. Y'all keep coming with all this. He was with underage girls and he had dildos. And what he going to keep coming up with is y'all embezzle money from the federal government. You got stuff in fraudulently he signed checks he didn't sign. You moved property over to your wife's name trying to hide it and avoid taxes you didn't pay on. Kickbacks to Interscope as y'all money laundered. Through the feds want to talk about money laundering? Yeah, it was Jimmy Iovine and David Kenner and Reggie Wright stealing all of Suge's money, paying themselves enormous amounts of money, and then giving Jimmy Iovine kickbacks for keeping clowns like Reggie around. See, while they keep lying, Suge finna tear their whole motherfucking world apart with the truth. The world been wanting to hear the truth. Well, Suge just got to tell the truth.
Passes what they love talking shit, and then once somebody say, "Okay, enough is enough,"
okay. Wack, the dude he supposedly promised half the movie to or whatever. I thought Ray J on the rights, don't he? Or are they talking about another type of movie?
No, he's talking about he gave some people some points. Like I told Ray J, and Ray J ain't stupid. I said, little bro, you know 10 niggas got the same contract. I had it 3 years before you. So he said, Wack, I'm just gonna play with it, nigga, see where it go. I'm gonna use the shit.
You allow Wack. That's why you got pissed off. See, Suge played him because he should know how to talk with these busters who want to be him. You paid for his mama's funeral thinking you was gonna get in on his life rights, and he told you hell no. He went to Nick Cannon and other people. So you ain't getting no life rights, little nigga. Hey, what the hell wrong with you? You pay for that because you the little homie. You supposed to pay the big homie mama's funeral if I need you. Wack thought he was getting life rights. Try to roach up on Suge's life rights. Now he's mad because Suge went to all kind of different people. But they keep talking about George, the dude who allegedly killed Buntry. No, he won't. But why Suge talk about giving George points on some movies? What's going on here? You see, Suge still has plenty of capital to pass out to killers and gorillas and gangsters. Here's the fucking death row story. They haven't told a death, ain't no death row story without him. Everybody know that. So he can go to Nick Cannon and Ray J and NBA players like Matt Barnes who say he thought he was getting the life rights. Yeah, because everybody want a piece of the truth.
For social media shit. So Ray J got a real contract, but his contract did stack up with all the rest of it. He done sold the shit like 10 times.
That shit damn near like all y'all got liens on the house.
There you have it. And Ray J's, you know what I'm saying?
All of them niggas is investors. They investors to keep him afloat. The life rights is a big time. That's 30, 40. That's gonna be real big. The Suge story. Suge haven't told one word about what happened in that car. Suge said one word about what happened at the Chris Brown. The real story of Dr. Dre. Like he finally telling. Dre, you gave that man $20,000. They stopped him at the bank. He said he got $20,000 to kill me. That's what he said. This is the real Suge Knight story that everybody won't in on. No, nobody bought his story. They invested. And only people whining, this serious business is Wack 100. Ain't none of them niggas came out and whined because nigga, that's a good investment, nigga. That's serious business.
And so Ray J's contract is so up to where he still got it. He still got it. So he said, shit, P-Funk, I just sell it to you for $1. I might have him just sell it to the other side. And we all just put our name on them. Really have him up in court, right?
Hey, Wack, who in first position on the lane?
Damn, Reggie know the dude name. It's a dude from Interscope. Retired dude. It's some big wigs. Them first two, it's some big wigs.
Nah, you see, as he keep talking his ass off, he telling himself. So some Interscope big wigs who been in the game a long time, they're so dumb that they would give Suge large amounts of money. And they thinking they buying his life rights. You mean to tell me the lawyers never looked over the paperwork? And come on. Well, see, Wack think everybody's stupid. He got all the sense. No, they invested in the Suge Knight story, the real death row story. Wack thought he was investing in it by paying for that funeral. And Suge say, nigga, you'll never get in on this, roach.
Because I know I was like number 6 or 7. I was like number 6 or 7. And this was probably he had been in the county jail maybe 2 years or so at this time. So, and Ray came after me. When he called me, I said, bro, everybody got the same contract. I said, this nigga, I said, what do you want? He wants you to give me the money up front, like $10,000 a month, $10,000 a month. He said, exactly. I said, yeah, that's what he do. So think about
it. Suge, you done Donald, boy. Suge kick back and pitch with his feet up. He getting 5 to 10 a month, and they better pay that motherfucking money, nigga. They better. They breach the contract, nigga. He probably Suge is smart. That's why he way smarter than the other phonies. They just try to be tough. Suge was actually intelligent. They breached that contract. He probably gonna get a big time cut by $250,000 out their ass, and they out of getting to have some on this life rights. You see? Suge. Well, I thought they would give you a one-time check till you get back with them. Suge said, hell no, nigga. Annually, every month, I'm gonna need some of that in this investment pot.
about it. If he could keep 3 of everybody in play at 5, 10 a month, that's 15 to 30,000 a month. He get the upfront money, and then by the time y'all figure out it's too late, that's his play. the movie never come out. I said, plus,
it's coming
once Suge released it, Snoop released his Murder Was a Case shit between Biggie movie, Pac movie, Straight Outta Compton movie, and the Snoop shit, if he release it, you gonna be then told the whole death row everything. Only thing
That's a goddamn lie, little nigga. You keep saying that shit. You just left out the number one part. Suge is the only one that's in all of those stories, nigga. The Snoop story, that's Suge Knight. Snoop don't know what the fuck happened to beat that murder trial. He just talking his ass off. Only Suge and David Kenner know. So the people want to hear from Suge the intricate details, evidence coming up missing, the payoffs. Who really did and didn't have a gun? Who the damn about what Snoop got to say? Snoop, Tupac, Suge again, Biggie, that's Suge too. They trying to blame him for getting them whacked. See, this nigga here, Easy-E story, that's Suge again. This nigga want people to believe the story I've been told. No, nigga, the whole world knows Suge ain't said shit. It's his time now.
They missing is who Suge was as a kid, and we know he wasn't no hood nigga as a kid. So, he maybe want to do a series or some shit. I don't know. The nigga should have been swallowed his pride and got with 50 Cent.
This nigga playing hard money loan games, man.
I know he better leave Reggie, bro. He need to leave Reggie alone, bro. The nigga know too much, my nigga. I know what he know. Y'all, do you think about it? I didn't hint it. A lot of shit he didn't say, I didn't already hit like, nigga, I know your medical. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all say the man gay, he's like dildos, he pissing in the bed, he broke, he got AIDS, his children ain't his. What the hell? What's next? What you mean leave Reggie alone? What do y'all have? What else could you possibly have on Suge? Y'all done shot all of the ammo, bro. Y'all, that's how we know Suge touched the nerve. Y'all done shot all of y'all bullets out your gun. What else could you possibly say? You have said it all. What is she gonna say? Come on now, this is crazy, bro. This thing's been the next thing. Hey, y'all be looking for this. They're gonna tell us Suge and Pac were sleeping together. You heard it here first. That is gonna be the play, and Wack gonna say he got the footage.
You gotta leave this nigga alone, bro. And see, Tasha, she from Compton, but she didn't pay attention. She know about the corruption. I might have mentioned that. Because he damn sure paid the family $3-4 million to corrupt a 14-year-old girl in junior high school.
Who is Tasha?
High school on the floor.
Pasadena, not Compton.
Well, she know what's going on, right? So, a lot of us that's from around here, we know. Corrupt was on a junior high school run promoting this music. A little 8th grader or something. And the family found out.
See, telling this story proves they lied on Suge. Nigga, Suge was so disgusted with Corrupt by picking up that young girl that he moved him away for a while. Pac stopped fucking with Corrupt, wanted to fight Corrupt, and that's why Pac really fell out with the dog pound when he heard the story about Corrupt liking underage girls. Pac wasn't having none of these niggas. There's too many grown women, and that's a fact. Pac wanted to fight Corrupt for that. Suge even talk about that. They try to keep it low. Suge even talk about that. But now all of a sudden it's Suge who wanted the underage girls. But they was on patrol beating these niggas up and kicking their ass for that type of activity if he was around them. Man, come on now.
Found out Suge paid them $4 million hush money.
No. So, like, how do you go from being worth, what was it, $300 million to, what did he do? Did his accountant rob him? Like, how you lose all that?
Well, a lot of overhead expense, a lot of lawsuits, lost money.
Okay, a lot of overhead expense. Remember that, a lot of overhead expense. No, Suge say you're paying David Kenner hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, money, stealing his money, giving Jimmy Jimmy Iovine some of the money. Everybody was getting some of Suge's money. And now they talking about how did he blow all the money? They stole his money when he was locked up. And then he got a default judgment because he didn't go to court. Wack should know. Didn't the game just lose his fucking house in a default? He'll never say that. That's just how Game lost his house. Not going to court. Oh, you don't want to come to court? Default. That's how Suge lost death row. And that's why lawyers have said he will regain all of that back because that was illegal. And he should have never lost his catalog. His catalog was worth more than what they were saying he owed.
Money going out, not coming in. Lost your catalog, lost your publishing. Shit. I think Reggie might.
Think about that. That's like Michael Jackson. How the fuck did he lose his catalog? How did they tell us Michael Jackson was broke and he needed to do a concert when he owned the Beatles catalog? They play right in black people's face, bro. Play right in our face. They tell you, white people tell you they don't need money. They just need assets. Well, how the fuck do Michael Jackson got the Beatles asset? That was worth $800 million, but they say broke. How the fuck do Suge Knight got the Death Row catalog? It's all his, but they wanted us to believe he was broke. They forced his hand and took his motherfucking catalog.
The publisher might be in Reggie's name. I'm bullshitting about it, but just a lot of that shit. And he sold the first part of the catalog. They took the second half of it. The Death Row building. They was gonna take that in 2019, 2020. Reggie had to put all that shit in his name. But for Reggie, that shit would have been gone before he even got out.
You got to think, bro. He the biggest in the music industry, bro. This is a nigga who had.
Imagine that. Interscope and the Small Hats took the catalog to rip Pac off and rip off Suge. That Suge. But he gonna get it back. Remember I said that. Anyway, hear what they just said. Reggie had to put the building in his name to protect Suge. And what? No, he didn't put no money into the building. Suge said that. How do you get a music building off a cop salary? See, while they talking, Suge bringing all this shit up. Nigga, you swindled the government. You put my building in your name, and then y'all file bankruptcy. You steal all my money and my equity out my goddamn building. Then they say, well, he just went broke because they was robbing him while he was locked up.
Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Tupac, and lost all them niggas, bro.
See, all that's coming out now because Suge ain't gonna stop. Everything they trying to say, Suge gonna explain it right into their ass, go to federal prison for defrauding the motherfucking government. Reggie better understand ain't no statute of limitations on murder, man. he killed Biggie, and he playing a dangerous game.
They said I needed to step my game up. I didn't take it as criticism. I listened. Today I got multi-platinum, legendary songwriter, producer, one half of the Dog Pound. Yeah, y'all know who it is. Murder was the case. All eyes on me. Yeah, I got Daz Dillinger in the building. No need to get into theatrics. We're going to get into some of this straight game.
Life is like those cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
You said you remember they used to laugh at a brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, my man. What's happening, man? How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm great, man. Blessed, man. You know.
Blessed. You looking good, man. You looking real good.
Feeling good, man. You know.
And since you start working out, I seen all that weight you lost. I was like, wow, my man really, he on top of his game.
Yeah, it's all about getting your mind right, eating right.
So I just want to start it off. Yo, what you been eating lately, man? What you like? So how you started off and how do you maintain the weight? You know what I mean? The weight loss, man. Because I think health is wealth and it's more important than anything.
I ain't been eating pussy. But you know, just fruits and shit that, you know, that grows.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shit that grows like vegetables. You know, lightly eating meat, you know what I'm saying? Slowly but surely, but just fish and, you know, chicken and shit like that. No red meat.
Okay.
It's hard. No bread, no salt, no sugar, like drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that salt and that sugar thing, that thing real hard. But like I say, I see what you've been looking like, man, and it's really, I'm really impressed because I think at the end of the day, I don't care how much success you've had or whatever you've done. I think if you're not healthy, you can't enjoy none of that.
You can't enjoy nothing dead.
Yeah, absolutely. Or basically incapacitated, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bloated.
So what's good, man? What's good? I want to say also, I love that Woomp De Woomp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man.
Day one gave us that track.
Right. So question, I got a question for you. The first question I'm gonna ask you.
Let's get to it. What is it?
I seen just recently you put on your Instagram that you're retiring.
Yeah.
That you're retiring.
I'm
Is
retired.
that true?
Yeah, you know, it's too much going on in the rap game right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Snoop got Death Row. He giving us all our shit back. When he put it in my hand like this, and I look at all the shit that I'd acquired, I retired. I'm paid. I got the money now. You know, this is what we've been fighting for the last 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Why Snoop took all the shit off of iTunes and everywhere because he wanted to see who's stealing.
Okay.
You know, Reggie Wright was stealing. He had made a publishing company under my name, and he was just stealing all kind of shit, man. And, you know, we found that out, and now Snoop going through every corners of the Death Row catalog and just seeing like Alan Grunblatt from E1 stealing.
Oh, wow.
Nah, that's very important. Alan Grunblatt from E1. Damn, who is Alan Grunblatt? Who is E1? Oh, they got the catalog for Pac and Death Row. Oh, they put Wack 100 in position. When Wack talking about his business people that he go see, he always mentioned Alan Grunblatt and E1. I got a business deal with E1. You see how this go? This is all a play that they have been running. Now they put Wack and Reggie in a position while they ripping off Death Row valuable assets, bro. They've been putting their name on publishing, just like I found out what was going on in Houston with the publishing stealing. Everybody know about that. It's the same everywhere. You look into that shit, these people acting like they wrote them songs. These people acting like they made them motherfucking beats. That's serious business. All eyes on me. So all of them, man, them people acting like they the ones. A lot of that shit supposed to go to Suge, some artists, and a lot of that shit was work for hire. A lot of that supposed to be going into Suge pocket. Like Suge say, he would have produced on a lot of that shit. He was telling them what beats to play, what sounds to make, because he knew music. That's a fact, bro.
I'm saying, and Reggie Wright stealing. You know what I'm saying? We catching everybody hand in the cookie jar right now. So right now we back putting everything back together. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, Snoop doing a good motherfucking job. Harry on the Death Row, you know what I'm saying? And giving us shit back. So, hey, I retired. When you got $100 million, you know what I mean?
Wow. Congratulations on that, man. And like I said, because I remember back in the day when I first bought the All Eyes on Me album, right? I was living on 3rd and Redondo in Long Beach, right? And and so for me, it was like next to being just coming to California and knowing and going down to the VIP and seeing Calvin and all of them, and then knowing you guys were younger. So explain, when you say, yo, you got all of your catalog back, what do you mean by that? Because a lot of people may not understand what you're talking about.
Got the publishing, I got the rights, I got everything is reverted back to Daz Dillinger. You know, after 30 years and 35 years, everything reverts back.
Right.
But Snoop giving it to us before it reverts back.
Wow.
To gain trust with us to say, hey, let's continue to do what we do and make this motherfucking money. Because now we ain't got nobody in the mix.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's when the white boys come knock on the door. I want to give you $200 million for all for whatever you produce. I'm like, hold on. I just got the shit back. Let me make the money first and explore this, because the money you give me, I can make that in due time.
So they knocking already?
They knocking already, but I have the mentality to say, hold on, let me make some money out of this shit first. Let me make some money before then, because the money y'all give me, I can make that without owing you guys.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about being smart. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, the producer gets 50%. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So let's get into that, because Reggie Wright, man, he done said a lot of things. Like I said,
Daz made a few records on All Eyes on Me. He acted like he didn't make that whole fucking Tupac and all that Death Row catalog. A lot of Tupac producers is dead, like Johnny J. See, these people is slick. A lot of the artists feature. That's what's so pissed me off so much. A lot of the artists feature on Tupac music is dead. A lot of those artists is dead, bro. That's serious business. So what they do is they go to the Tupac estate, pay them off, rip Suge off, settle with Snoop. I'm telling you, they try to keep everything for their motherfucking self. Then you got all those artists, man, who didn't get no motherfucking money off that goddamn album and sold 200-300 million copies.
Like I say, he came at me, but I noticed when I first started picking up on what he was doing, he was saying a lot of stuff about you, Snoop, Corrupt, and so on and so forth. So when you just talked about the publishing aspect of what that was, are you talking about that Simon Says thing he keep talking about?
Yeah, he was trying to steal some publishing with Simon Says, but you know what I'm saying? We caught his hand in the cookie jar because Reggie Wright ain't wrote no motherfucking raps.
Absolutely, absolutely. So no. So because I understand that. So was that during the bankruptcy? Was they trying to transfer songs to another publishing company to duck out on the bankruptcy?
That was through the bankruptcy. That was all that time. Because you know, when you losing the house,
right,
and you trying to figure out, you just sign, it's haywire. It's like, you know, I'm not just, hey, you just stealing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't know what he was up against because, you know, Reggie Wright was the police. We'll always remember, he's the police.
He's the police, absolutely.
And I always kept that in my head.
Keep in the back of your mind,
Wright
right?
is the police, because I used to beat Reggie Wright up a lot of times.
Is that right?
Physically.
So give me one altercation, Daz, because I've heard about that, but a lot of people want to deny that, right? Give me one altercation in where and when and what was the
Daz lying. Daz is lying. Daz ain't never beat no motherfucking body up. Daz just get his ass whooped. Reggie exposed when Buntry and Mal Paru, after when Suge was locked up and Snoop was talking shit about Suge, and Snoop had got on No Limit, they went up there and charged Snoop ass up at the arena. And Master P, he said, I need to talk. He told Master P, I need to talk to Snoop. He was like, man, y'all gonna talk to him. I don't know why P did that. P was tripping because the nigga that got back there was Snoop, and nigga, I think it was Trayvon Lane punched him. Dash ran, Snoop and them ran to the police. Snoop, and they put the rest report up. Snoop got caught with some weed on him. He ran the police, he had weed on him. They take him to jail. And this nigga told the police that Suge Knight was the killer of Tupac that night. But Daz was getting their ass kicked and running. So any story Daz telling about beating up Reggie, I don't know.
What transpired, if you will.
1997.
You a fool, man.
I'm riding down the street. You know, we both lived in motherfucking Marina Del Rey.
Okay.
High rises and shit. So I'm riding down, you know, Marina Del Rey, you know,
absolutely.
Like where Jerry's Deli is.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
I see Reggie Wright car. So I tell a homie, pull up on Reggie Wright. I hang out the window like I got a motherfucking 12 gauge.
Right.
So when I roll past Reggie, I just, boom!
Oh, wow.
He almost tore up the whole motherfucking Jerry's Deli.
Oh, wow.
Just a whole bunch of shit, you know what I'm saying? Body slamming this big ass at death row, you know?
So what y'all? So when you say body slamming, and what y'all was y'all like play fighting, but you got the best of them?
See what I'm saying? Daz had a good. I knew he wasn't gonna be no him beating up Reggie, bro. Reggie would pop that nigga in his ass. If you was getting beat up by Mal Paru, you and Snoop and them, they chasing your motherfucking ass. Now you talking about I scared him, I act like I had a gun. He should have shot your ass then. And then I'm up there punching him at death row. You talking about some play fighting? Man, Daz, cause we all know Daz ain't no motherfucking gangster. Hell of a beat, man. But come on, Daz, stop.
Or wrestling, you know what I'm saying?
Wrestling, right.
Torturing them motherfuckers. I used to just go in there and torture motherfuckers all day. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Wow. That's crazy though. No, but like I said, I still want to talk about so because Reggie said something, he said something on Vlad in regards to that publishing company that he set up, but he said he wasn't really generating no money from it. So you found out that he was?
Yeah, we found out that he was stealing. He made a company called Daz Dillinger, and he was stealing everybody publishing, putting it in that name. I didn't even know. I used to look at BMI and be like, who the fuck is Daz Dillinger Publishing? I ain't even got Dillinger Publishing.
Okay.
All my shit under Delmar Arnold, Dilly the Dog.
Right, okay. You know
what I'm saying?
So you found out that he had set up a whole different publishing company from your own, under which one, ASCAP or BMI?
It had to be like ASCAP because I retired from ASCAP because I used to see Alonzo Robinson.
Right, my man, I know Alonzo.
He was stealing too. Him and Suge Knight. Suge Knight used to go in there and punk him, and he'd go in there, and that's how I seen him changing percentages and shit. And that's when I said, I'm a retire from ASCAP, and I'm gonna go to BMI. So right now, I get 2 checks. I get one from ASCAP, and I get one for BMI for the same
song
every month. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I don't know who's getting paid twice from ASCAP. and BMI. You know what I'm saying? So I get 2 checks.
I don't know either. All I get mine from is ASCAP. So when you said that, I heard you say that in another interview. I heard you say that. I was like, the ass get 2 checks. He get one from ASCAP and one from me. So basically, because usually the publishing and writers is usually the same amount, right? And so when you look at that, so is it the same amount from ASCAP and BMI? Basically, they kind of measure up, if you will.
Yeah. I get the writers from ASCAP, and I get writers from BMI and publishing. But I have to go back in there and see about this company that I made when I first started with ASCAP called Imani's Publishing. That's the one that they were stealing from.
Okay, because the Imani Publishing was on back of, because I looked at the liner notes. I always paid attention to the liner notes. The Imani Publishing was on back of All Eyes on Me, correct?
Yep, and that's where I'm going in there to find that money, because that's the money that they were stealing. Now, Snoop came to me one day and told me when I went to Death Row Records, the new Death Row Records at his compound, he set me in the room and he was showing me all the books. Push call.
Shout out to Snoop. Hold on, shout out to Snoop on that, being savvy and really getting at you on the business. But go ahead.
Yeah, because my name is all through Death Row.
Snoop owns no publishing, no masters, no none of that off Death Row. Only getting part of his. Only thing those people, he's a mascot for the name, because none of those rich white companies want the stigma of Death Row. They just want to make the money. Snoop only has the merchandise. He can go sell shirts, caps, Death Row. Remember, he was handing out Death Row chains to athletes and Peyton Manning and all that. He can make money off of that. The music side, they're letting him, like I say, he can pull some stuff down, see what needs to be up. Okay, you can do that. But he don't own none of Pac shit, he don't own none of that. Barely got his shit.
Absolutely.
From the beginning to the end, I have more songs with catalog than any other artist on Death Row.
Absolutely. I know that, yeah.
More money than anybody over there at Death Row under my name. So that's what we in the problem of getting right now from All Eyes on Me. And we're just gathering all the information up right now. You know what I'm saying? Seeing who's the thief and who's the
liar. You keep saying, boy, you should be praising Pac every day. Why you keep saying all eyes on me, all eyes on me? That's the fucking golden goose. People wouldn't have killed families over that motherfucker. It's gonna be $1 billion made off of all eyes on me before it's all said done. And they want it for their future generations. Daz, what about the Dog Pound album, Dog Father, whatever other crap you made? Why don't you talk about Snoop shit? Did you make anything on Doggy Style? This nigga here, he's like, oh man, I just can't wait till we bust down All Eyes on Me. That's Tupac shit. And you made a couple of tracks. You did all right. But damn, nigga, you and Snoop them, y'all really plotting on All Eyes on Me.
It's a liar, and then we're gonna go in and sue their ass.
Absolutely. And like I say, and y'all got the capital now to really be able to do that. I know back in the day, really not having that capital, and you go and see a lawyer and they like, yeah, well, we need this amount of money up front. Y'all right to ready to get busy with that thing. Congratulations on that part, man. That's real talk. Daz Dillinger in the building. Dillinger talks about how Afeni Shakur sued him for $100 million over the songs on the Machiavelli and Dillinger album. Also, we talked about how Suge Knight was never given the opportunity to cut royalties, and was that Interscope's power play to never let him do so. Also, we talked about Harry O, Warren G, Jay-Z, and a few other things that I think you might want to hear. Let's get back into some more of this straight game.
Life is like cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
So had you ever seen, do you think, because see, a lot of people don't know nothing about this, right? I think personally, and usually how the big boys do business, right? Look, you got your imprint, Death Row, but when it comes to, and even right now, as you see a lot of labels, they might got a distribution deal. what they do is the big boys cut the checks. Like my checks, my royalty checks for the records right here, right? I get one from Aftermath, and then I get one from Death Row Amaru, right? Aftermath, Interscope, and Death Row Amaru, right? And so do you think that in the process of what Suge deal was or his relationship with Interscope was that they agreed just from the inception, because that's what it seemed like to me, that they would always do the what's the name? They would always cut the royalty checks. They would always count the record sale. I don't think that they could rely on Suge to be able to do that.
I think now they cutting the records, but it was coming from Koch at first.
No, I'm talking about in the beginning.
Oh, in the beginning?
In the beginning, like when they first,
They was cutting the motherfucking check.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the royalty side, Dad. Just the royalty.
What I'm saying, the royalty side, they was cutting the check to everybody, but to Death Row too.
Okay, right. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, yo, Jimmy Iovine and was like, Warner Brothers was like, you know what? Yeah, you can run it, but we'll cut the royalty checks. We'll count, because I put up on one of my videos the actual royalty statement that Death Row supposedly had submitted the information to Interscope, and then they cut the checks and did all of the itemizing as far as the accounting was concerned. So that's the reason why I said that. Yeah. So do you think that was what they agreed to at first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I thought the same thing.
Remember, Interscope was paying everybody. Remember, everything is separate.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, yo. And so so for your music right now, everything that you own and control, right? Do you feel like you've accomplished every goal that you wanted to do in the music business as far as your music, and are you satisfied?
I'm most definitely satisfied because my mother was in the music business. You know what I'm saying? My mother wrote lots of songs for Bobby Blue Bland, To Be Friends. If you listen to that song, To Be Friends, by Bobby Blue Bland, my mother wrote that song.
Okay.
Songs for James Cleveland. So, you know, I got all these songs that she did in the 70s.
Wow.
For Stax Records and all that shit. That's under my catalog now because
was that right? Wow.
I got my mom estate, you know what I'm saying? I'm the only child.
Okay.
All them songs comes over here to me.
I got a question. Have you ever tried to sample any of those songs?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
On anything that you put out?
On my new stuff that me and Capone did, yeah.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. See, most people, they don't even think like that, right? Like, yo, you know what? My mom did some stuff, some old stuff, you know what I mean? And let me go ahead and recycle this, put this on something new and possibly create something new.
That's another business right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For my mom's estate, you know what I'm saying? And
absolutely.
Up her house, making her property look nice, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And all that, you know, everything is separate, man, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So
it's about building.
You say what?
Just about building, you know what I'm saying? My greatest gift is waking up in the morning, praising the Lord, thinking that I'm here and working in the yard and accomplishing something and doing something productive.
Doing something productive. My man, I can't say nothing better about that, man. Like I say, when you wake up in the morning, you know you're blessed with another day. All of the rest of the other stuff is extra, man. That's real talk. So yo, you be raising Rottweilers.
Yeah, I raise Rottweilers, you know what I'm saying?
Sell them too?
I'm getting into all that, you know what I'm saying? But I just give them away to people who need them, you know what I'm saying? People that lost people, they might need a dog or a friend.
Look at this liar. Yeah, boy, you ain't got no $100 million check coming because I just caught you in that lie. See what this is a tax cheat. He raising Rottweilers to give them to people who really need them. And he slick. Hell no, that nigga not finna say on no interview he been selling Rottweilers and he ain't filed no tax returns for no Rottweilers, but I bet you can get some from. This is a nigga who trying to get a buck any way he can. He a scammer. And he trying to. This nigga, I can guarantee you, trying to rip off songs he had nothing to do with on Death Row 2. They need to watch this nigga, bro.
You know what I'm
Your
saying?
friend, okay.
I know this Rottweiler is gonna be your best friend. They smart as a motherfucker.
Is that right, Dad?
Yeah, they get big as fuck, but they gonna protect the house.
They gonna protect the house?
You motherfucking right.
Okay. So yeah, I thought you was. I thought you was.
Email that nigga and tell him we got some kids down here who could love the Rottweiler to help, you know, protect them in the neighborhood. That nigga there, yeah, nigga, you got 500. I'm gonna do a video about it.
Breeding them because I seen you got so many of them.
I am, you know, I breed them and give them out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna start selling them now because I got AKC papers. I got a big head Rottweiler named Max. He a
Okay.
little puppy German. You know what I'm saying? I got papers on him. And
So he's direct from Germany, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got another one coming from Russia.
Oh God, coming from Russia.
And that little motherfucker, Vatamore.
He seriously? He on his way?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They got Russian Rottweilers too.
Okay, so they're a little bit meaner than the ones we have here?
They got, you know, if you look at Rottweilers, some got a big head, some got a little head, and some got a droopy head, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just having multiple dogs.
There's multiple dogs. Okay. Nah. I gotta ask you a question. So you and Warren G, what's y'all relationship like?
We cool in the motherfucker from Long Beach.
Absolutely. I mean, I know that part, but I'm just saying.
Ask that nigga why Snoop told him don't go to Vegas because he was gonna fuck that shit up when he wanted to go to Vegas the night Pac was killed. Come on, Del Rey, man. Ask that nigga why did Snoop tell him don't go to Vegas that night? What did him and the dog pound know about what was gonna happen too? And you need to be asking him, is it true that Sharitha's night boyfriend, Kevin Gaines, was him and Snoop's in the dog pound bodyguard? Was his bodyguard Kevin Gaines in Vegas that night shooting Tupac?
Long Beach, we know each other.
No, because the reason why I asked that, and absolutely, and the reason why I asked that, because your boy Reggie Wright Jr. spoke on Warren G, and he really didn't know him. That kind of hit me because I know Warren.
He ain't never fuck with me. He ain't never fuck with Reggie. Warren G serious as a motherfucker. You better leave G-Dub alone.
He said he better leave alone, Dad. Yeah, Warren ain't never been one to play around. Like I said, I met Warren on a couple of occasions, man. He's always been a good dude.
I got some stories that I can't tell, but they all gangster though.
Yeah. I don't want you to get into it like that. Yeah, absolutely. So you know what? Guess what?
Don't get it twisted. G-Dub is gangster.
Yeah. And you know what else though? Like I said, certain things shouldn't be spoken about. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that I respect about certain people who understand that, man, that everything ain't for the public consumption. But it seems like for Reggie Wright, like I said, this nigga said I was gay, nigga. I'm like, nigga, I didn't even trip, right? But I'm like, yo, I've been with the same woman for 30 years, man. I got children, man. You know what I mean? So for me, until you apologize, you can't speak no untruth because I'm gonna get you.
You've been putting your motherfucking foot on his fat.
No, listen to me, Daz. And I don't want to come across as, you know what I mean? Because listen, when he said that about me, it's like, brother, you don't know me, you never met me. And so when he said that, for me, it's a sign of disrespect because you don't have any other information that you can go on. And I would never call another man, invite a man to my private parts or say anything about his sexuality, and I don't know nothing about him. So that put me on point. I'm like, okay, so he really doesn't care. Okay, so you won't be able to speak any untruths involving me as long as I can see your page on your what's the name. I'm all, because like I said, once again, he's been lying over these years. And once he said my name, he brought my attention to that. So I just wanted to say that, man, and hearing him talk about Warren like that, knowing Warren don't really move like that. And
don't even know, cuz.
Yeah, he don't move like that. And so that's the thing that hit me. I'm like, hold on, man. You say, and then the same thing with Harry O. Like, dude, Harry O a snitch.
Harry O alone.
Huh?
You better leave him alone.
That's it, man. You better leave him alone. No, I'm just saying because there's a certain code, like you say once again, but from his police officer background.
That's wrong.
Yeah. He said from his police officer background, I don't think he see that though, Daz.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that though. But
I feel Reggie Wright like this. Yeah, nigga, this death row, nigga.
Right.
Yeah, you know what it is, nigga. We got that, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck up.
He say Suge still on death row.
Yeah.
The row.
Still got you can't say nothing. Suge do still got death row. It's all still gonna be illegal. They don't have to return that man back. All of his masters, his publishings, everything he paid good money for. The white dude, Michael Carlin Douglas, they had done a good video about that, and it shocked me to show Suge was ripped off, and that's why they trying to knock him off. Jimmy Iovine them know that's why they Dre them try. They trying to kill this man, get this man out the way before they owe him billions of dollars. And another thing they owe Suge. Suge had a lifetime contract with Dr. Dre, like Eazy-E had with Dr. Dre. Suge had a lifetime contract with that man. when Dre split, it didn't split the contract. Just like Easy said, Dre Day is easy payday. Just because you leave, that don't stop the contract. When Dre signed the Beats deal for $1 billion, him and Jimmy Iovine, it wasn't supposed to be Dre and Jimmy busted that. It was supposed to be Dre, Jimmy, and Suge, a lawyer said, getting his piece because Suge gets future revenue from Dr. Dre.
The road, THA, you know the chain they had.
Right, the chain that they had. Yeah.
The LLC, but it's probably just, discontinued.
So yo, when you spoke on working with Jay-Z, so what was that like though?
Man, that was like one of the best experiences, you know what I'm saying? It just, we knocked that shit down. It was class.
It was classy.
The studio, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Good money.
Yeah, it was good money.
Good money. Yeah.
That's always good money. It was 2001. You know what I'm saying? And then what really topped it off, the nigga did Soul Train.
With the Soul Train Music Award?
Yep, and he invited me and Corrupt to get on stage with him and do Change the Game.
Oh yeah, that remix.
Yeah. Came out on, nigga was crippling.
Right.
The game.
No, that remix was tight though. That was official.
Man. You know what I'm saying?
That was official right there. So hey, do you ain't got no music from Tupac that we don't know nothing about?
I probably got some songs, but you know what I'm saying? Shit, I gave them all to Afeni.
You gave them all to Afeni?
Yeah, because she sued me, you know.
Oh, she did?
You see? Well, you didn't give it. They took those songs. See, just give it up, roach ass nigga. You was hiding Tupac songs, all of you niggas. Reggie, Wright, y'all fighting over Tupac empire, right, motherfucker? Now this nigga stealing Tupac songs. He didn't mix. This nigga mixed a couple of songs on All Eyes on Me, and the nigga wanted shit off of Machiavelli. Pac wasn't fucking with y'all because the Corrupt was a pedophile. The only dog pound nigga Pac was fucking with was Badass, and he got on one song, and that was Crazy, Legendary Verse. None of them other niggas was on there. This nigga wanted to make money off of Pac when Pac wasn't even fucking with him, bro. Finny had to sue this nigga black ass.
Saying like $100 million. I'm like, here you got, man. And that's how I got my.
She sued you for Afeni sued you for $100 million?
Man, you see that album cover in the back?
Roach ass nigga.
Right.
Yeah, Afeni said, okay, you can keep those Pac songs, nigga, but your bitch ass better make $100 million off them motherfuckers. And then it was like, God damn, I plan on making about $5 or $6 million illegally, but 100 here, you can have them.
Belly and Dillinger.
Okay.
I was coming out with the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I had 100,000 CDs and tapes. You know, bootlegging was in effect back in the 2000 coming up, you know what I'm saying? So, shit.
So that was all of the verses that you had from Pac. And
that was all the shit that I recorded, just to let motherfuckers know that I did it.
That you did it right.
Stealing so motherfucking much, you wouldn't even know I did it if I didn't tell you.
If you didn't tell you, yeah.
That nigga did not record all those verses with no Pac. Niggas who been in the studio, then you know when you recording the shit going to the machine. You see, Daz had access to the motherfucking machine, and he's taking those verses off. Pac, what the fuck Pac sitting there recording all his songs with Daz silly ass fuck? And we would have been new. Daz, you record a lot of Pac stuff. That's a lie, bro. And he's still lying to this day. Like, yo, man, I'm finna drop that bootleg. Nigga, you finna bootleg Pac music and you was gonna mix it and put different spins on it like a lot of them niggas did. And Finny caught your roach ass, nigga.
Yeah. And so that you never could bring it out. They put a cease and desist on it?
Can't put a cease and desist on the street, though.
Right, yeah, true. I ain't never heard that. I got it. Where can I get that at?
Man, shit, right now you can go online on YouTube. That's why I say it's all on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Okay, it's on YouTube. So who collected the money from that?
As for that, now you got him, Del Rey. You did some good
work.
Who
collected the money from that?
I registered the motherfuckers.
So you registered all the songs?
Yeah, you know, anything on my motherfucking name on, I'm registering that motherfucker.
Yeah, and they can't take it either though.
Yeah, we just gonna dispute.
Okay. So they can't basically take nothing that they got to come through you anyway because your verse is on and your production on.
You know, not ASCAP or BMR, but nigga, but the copyrights.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I'm talking
about. That's a whole nother thing. You know, you can't fuck yourself out of that.
Yeah. That's powerful, man. That's powerful.
Coffee. Follow me